The best advice I could give to somebody that's thinking about joining the military, go in because you want to go in, and there has to be a reason.
Hi, my name is Amelia Alger, and I'm a senior at Millis High School. For my senior project, I wanted to educate students and people who are considering enlisting in the military about what the realities of war are and what exactly they're signing up for. Although there are many benefits for joining the military, the real reason behind enrolling is to protect and serve the country. My project isn't intended to change anyone's thoughts or decision to join the military, but to educate. My favorite part about this project is how personal it is to me and my family, because Staff Sergeant Scott Peck has been a part of my life for as long as I can remember. Scott and his wife Robin have been my parents' best friends since before his daughter, Kaylee, was born in 2003. His deployments were a big part of growing up for me, and he taught me a lot about family, to put others before myself, and to take pride in everything that I do. I think that it's important for people considering the military to hear what it entails firsthand from someone who has been through everything.
Hello, my name is Scott Peck. I'm currently a Staff Sergeant in the Massachusetts National Guard. My current duty station is 972 Military Police Company. I've been in the military 16 years total, 5 active duty Navy years, and 11 years in the National Guard. I definitely had family members who influenced me to join. Ever since I was a kid, I always looked up to veterans, and I wanted to serve my country. Right out of high school, when I was 17, I joined the Navy, active duty. Had my 18th birthday in boot camp, best birthday ever. My first duty station was Hawaii. I was out there for about 3.5 years after some of the training I did. What soldiers do on their off time when they're not on mission, they watch movies on their computers, throw football or baseball around, lots of cards. A lot of soldiers go to the gym, get in shape. Unlike myself right now, pretty much anything to keep busy. I was fortunate enough to go to boot camp twice, once for the Navy and once for the Army. What boot camp is like, it's team building. Obviously you have drill instructors, they break you down, and then their main goal is to build you back up, instill confidence in you. See if you can handle pressure, because if you're gonna crack in boot camp, chances are you're gonna crack in real world situations.
Although living on a military base obviously isn't as ideal as living in your own house, the houses are not as bad as people tend to think that they are. The housing that the Department of Defense provides gives a sense of community to soldiers and can help to create lifelong friendships and bonds. The DoD also issues a basic allowance for housing, known as a BAH, which provides U.S. military members housing compensation when the government quarters are not provided, based on their rank, dependency status, and permanent duty station zip code. However, most military housing hasn't been updated in around 3 decades, which means that they lack a lot of modern amenities and services.
Throughout my military career, I have dealt with loss. It's definitely one of the hardest things you have to go through when you lose someone on your team. It's hard to just pick up and drive forward, but the mission goes on. It's when you're in hostile environments, things happen, and it's like losing a family member or worse, whether you're a squad leader or a platoon sergeant or the lowest enlisted. Dealing with the loss of a soldier is by far the hardest thing that I've ever gone through. Dealing with the pressure and the stress, I guess you rely on family and friends and other soldiers who have been there, done that. Definitely helps to talk to people. A lot of soldiers like to keep things in. I'm one of those soldiers, but it definitely helps to talk to de-stress and kind of get a breath of fresh air. Okay, I told you I had a 13-year-old daughter. Would I let her serve in the military? Absolutely, 100%. If she did it for the right reasons and went in with a purpose. There's nothing like having military experience as part of your resume. Companies that see that, it shows commitment, dedication, and you can work with a team. So I would absolutely let my daughter join the military. Her mother probably wouldn't, but might have to talk her into it if that's what she really wanted to do.
Many American soldiers are sent away from their homes to battle for our freedom, only to come home to fight their own personal battles with mental illness. Along with the possibility of physical disabilities to your body, the emotional damage that mental illnesses can cause could lead to serious health concerns for people. Depression is classified as feelings of severe despondency and dejection. It interferes with daily life and can lead to more serious things such as suicide. The depression rate is 5 times more common in military members than it is in civilians. According to a 2014 JMAA psychiatry study, 1 in 4 active duty members of the military show signs of mental health condition. Post-traumatic stress disorder and depression are the 2 most common problems in military personnel. PTSD is a psychiatric disorder that is developed after experiencing something traumatic. People affected by PTSD usually relive their experience through nightmares or flashbacks, have trouble sleeping, and it can even lead to alcohol or drug abuse. The rate of PTSD is 15 times more common in military personnel than it is in civilians.
I would say the best part about being in the military for me is people you meet, the bonds you make, and service to the country. As a squad leader or platoon sergeant, I've been both positions. I tell a lot of my junior soldiers, less than 1% of the population serves in the military. The United States is huge, and that's impressive. So pretty much all the men and women who join because they want to. They want to serve their country. So another thing to add to the best part is wearing the uniform, you feel proud. It's the best team in the world, the best team out there. The bonds you form, the men and women you serve with, stateside or overseas, nothing can compete. The best advice I could give to somebody that's thinking about joining the military is go in because you want to go in, and there has to be a reason. Whether you want to serve your country, you just want to try it. But before you sign papers, definitely talk to different branches of the military. You know, there's the Coast Guard, the Air Force, Marines, Army, and Navy. They all offer specific jobs, anything from electricians to admin to anything, weapons. So there's numerous jobs. So before you make a hasty decision, definitely make sure you're going in the right branch and you're doing it for the right reason. That being said, military has so many pros, I think outweigh the cons. You're away from your family a lot. Myself, I've probably been away close to 3 years between deployments and training. My daughter's 13 now. You miss things like Christmas, birthdays, anniversaries. Those are just some of the cons, but it's part of the job. You travel, you have to go away, you have to train, and sometimes you get deployed to combat zones. Definitely, before you make that final decision that you want to become that less than 1%, definitely do it for the right reasons. Do it because you want to serve your country, and I think you'll enjoy your time when you're in.
The original plan for my presentation was to have Scott come and speak in person, but unfortunately he was put on active orders for training during the time that I had scheduled. With that being said, this is a perfect example of how the military can call whenever and you just have to go. It's part of the deal after you sign the papers. Joining the military is a noble and courageous job, so if you're planning to enlist, make sure that you're joining because you're prepared to protect and fight for our freedom.